What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K-Flex. I'm back here with another video, and today we're gonna talk about the 3 keys on offense for the Dolphins to beat the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. This is the biggest game of the season by far. I hate to keep hyping it up, but it is. It's the biggest game, okay? It's just a humongous game for the Miami Dolphins, for the Kansas City Chiefs, for everybody, for the NFL. It really should be on prime time. This is going to be an absolute amazing game, and it's going to be it's going to really test where we're at in this season. So I'm going to talk about the keys on offense. Everybody knows that our offense is not the strong suit of the team. Without further ado, let's get into it. Shout out to the people who liked this video before they even heard this sentence. Let's go. Another thing, thank you for all the love that everybody has been showing on the last few videos. Actually, all month. Actually, really for y'all been showing a lot of love consistently for a long time. We got like 2 videos this week that I just released this week that already got over 5K views. We're at like 9.6K. We're only about 400 away from 10K subscribers, so we're doing amazing, guys. We're trying to hit 10K before the end of the year. I think we can do it. I just have to do my part, and I know you guys will do y'all part and keep supporting and close out the year strong with the Dolphins and with the YouTube. So now let's really get into it. Now, key number 1, and I don't really have specific players in this video that need to perform, because at the end of the day, they all need to work in unison. But the keys, honestly, is number 1 is we need to start fast, okay? Here's the thing, guys. Our offense is not the strong suit of the team. It's really kind of bad, and truthfully, you know what I'm saying? Statistic-wise, it's pretty terrible. There's nothing we really do on offense that's that impressive. It looks better when we go up-tempo, and I will talk about that a little later. But our offense is just not that impressive for whatever reasons that you want to make, whether it be that Tua is too young, he's a rookie quarterback. You could say that. You could say it's because of Chan Gailey and his conservative play calling, or he's older and he doesn't really know the way the league works. You can say that it's because we don't have the talent as far as with our receiving core. You can blame the running game. I mean, there's a plethora of reasons. I don't think there's one thing that you can point out on this offense and say this is why the offense is not working. It's a plethora of things of why the offense is not working. But one thing we need to do this game is start fast. Guys, when you fall behind because you start slow, it makes everything harder, okay? Specifically when you're going up against a team like the Chiefs, they don't create the most pressure on the quarterback, okay? But when a team goes down, offensively, if a team is forced to pass when they go down, and the opposing team can just sit up there, game plan for that, and just tee off on a quarterback, and don't even worry about stopping the run, that's when we have issues. So we need to start a lot faster than we have started. We've had problems starting faster in these last few games, even against terrible competition, even against the Jets, even against the Bengals. The first half of those games were way too close. We couldn't do nothing on offense. Absolutely nothing. It was only in the second half when we were able to develop a kind of decent lead and pretty much take control of the game. That can't happen. I don't suppose that could happen against the Chiefs. It's very scary. I'm not saying we can't win like that, because I don't want to put a limit on our defense and say our defense isn't capable of stopping the Chiefs, more times than anybody has stopped them. But it's very scary. It's not something that you definitely want to happen. So we need to be able to start a lot faster than what we have been starting, okay? That's where I'm starting with this, is we need to be able to, I'm not saying we got to score in our first 8 possessions or our first 4 possessions, but let's get 3 on our first possession. Let's get, whatever we're going to do, we just can't afford to start like we started these last few weeks, because if we go down and they're able to, not really worry about the run and just be able to just tee off on our quarterback, that just spells a disaster, okay? So start fast. That's the first key. Number 2, tempo. Now this is a debatable one, and this is the one I'm going to let you know. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section what you guys think about what tempo the Dolphins should or will play at, because here's the thing. Usually people would say when you're dealing with a quarterback of Mahomes' level to keep the ball out of his hands. Okay, that's what the most common thing that people tell you. Okay, how do you beat the Chiefs? Well, you take the air out the ball, you don't let Mahomes get it. Well, listen, guys, here's the issue with that, is that our offense only really is good when we run in tempo. When we spread things out, run it fast, run the offense fast, and let our playmakers make plays, then our offense works a lot better. Okay, it looks a lot better. If you seen it last week, you seen it against the every week. We seen it against the Cardinals. When we're back against the wall and we start spreading things out, our offense runs a lot better. And the thing is, with our high tempo offense, logically, if you use your head, when you run a high tempo offense, you're going to be giving the ball back to the Kansas City Chiefs faster, right? Because you're not really taking the air out of the ball. You're just trying to get to the line, call a play, hike the ball, and go on. If you score a touchdown, then Patrick Mahomes can get the ball back really fast. So we're not really keeping it out Mahomes' hands, right? So there is some debate about whether or not we should run at a high tempo. And naturally, we're not going to run at a high tempo probably the first couple of drives. It's just going to take a couple of drives, and if it's not working, then we probably switch to a high tempo like we did previously. Obviously, we can't wait to switch to a high tempo in the second half. If we obviously have to make that decision a lot faster depending on how the game flows. But it's going to be interesting to see what the coach's approach is to this game as far as the tempo or the speed goes. Are we going to try to, take the air out of the ball a little bit and keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands, or are we just going to play at the high tempo that we've had success in and take the risk of Mahomes getting more possessions? Okay, that's what it's going to come down to. And in my opinion, we should do the latter, which is take the risk of Mahomes getting more possessions, because at the end of the day, I trust our defense way more than I trust our offense. And I know our offense cannot freaking move if we're not running at a high pace. We haven't been able to. So I'd rather us be able to score on offense, run at a high pace, and trust our defense, which has really gotten us this far so far, to be able to, like I said, I'm not expecting them to shut out Mahomes, but at least, do enough to get the victory. I'm way more concerned with our offense not being able to put up any points than I am with our defense not being able to stop Mahomes, okay? It is what it is, and we got a lot of money on defense. We got a lot of talent on defense. I'd rather it be in the defense's hands. So I'm not really with the keeping the ball in Mahomes' hands, because I don't think we have the personnel to do that. If we had a running back that was actually good, and I'm not saying Myles Gaskin's not good, but if we had a running back that actually, if we had any sort of running game, whether it be the blocking or running back, if we had a good running game, I should say, and our running game wasn't one of the worst in the league, then it's a whole different thing, because it's easier than to take the air out of the ball. It's easier to, play this slow style, but we don't really have the personnel. And if we try to play slow and try to keep it out of Mahomes' hands, we're going to kind of screw on ourselves, because we can't run the ball. You know what I'm saying? We're not like a ground and pound team, because we just don't have the personnel. Even though I feel like sometimes we want to be, we don't have the personnel. All right? Jordan Howard was a bust. Matt Breida looking like a bust. Okay? Myles Gaskin looking like the best running back. And he's not that big. He runs strong, but he's not that big. So it's easy to say keep it out of Mahomes' hands, but our offense works the best when we're moving fast. So in that case, I'd rather us just move fast, start early, move fast, up tempo, even in the first quarter. We've been waiting until like the second half, or like to the 2-minute warning or something to move up tempo. I'd rather us move up tempo even in the first quarter if we got to. If that's our best chance of scoring, that's what we should do, and just leave it up to our defense to stop Mahomes. Hell, and at the end of the day, I'd rather put my trust in that. Okay, and getting into the third and final key to the Dolphins' victory on Sunday will be let Tua cook, man. And if anybody's not familiar with the terminology of letting Tua cook, it basically means, man, let the man throw the ball. Deep, short, whatever. Man, let the man throw the ball. Okay? Don't try to protect them and do all that other stuff. Man, let him throw the ball. This is not the team. They don't have any kind of crazy pass rush. I mean, they do have good pass rushers, but this is not a team that's like super scary. I mean, the first game we went up against Aaron Donald. I understand your reservation of letting him pass the ball, but in this situation, Chiefs do have Chris Jones, Frank Clark, and they do got pass rushers, but they're not unblockable kind of guys, even though Chris Jones is really good. So at the end of the day, you just gotta let him cook. If you're not gonna let him cook, don't play him. And I mean that. So because they'll let Fitz cook, they don't care about Fitz. But with Tua, I feel like they don't let him cook. And then some people make excuses. Oh, it's because Tua doesn't know the playbook. Well, guess what? If Tua don't know the playbook, then he shouldn't be playing either. And if you're not gonna let him cook, he shouldn't be playing either. So just let the man cook. Y'all let him cook last game against the Bengals. You see what happened in the second half. He absolutely dominated. If you would have let him cook against the Jets, if he was healthy against the Jets, if you would have let him cook against there, I'm pretty sure he would have dominated. He cooked against Arizona Cardinals when our back was against the wall. Broncos was like an outlier game where he really couldn't get nothing going. But man, just like that's gonna be the key, man. If you think you can finna just let Tua be, conservative or try to protect them and beat the best team in the league, I don't think that's gonna work out for you. Okay, you gotta let him cook, man. You gotta let the leash. I don't know. I don't like the term letting the leash on him, but you gotta let him be him, man. You gotta let him play. And if you ain't gonna let him play, don't play him. You feel me? And it's just that simple. If you ain't gonna let him play, do not play him. Let him cook and let the chips fall where they may. Other than that, guys, that was going to be the keys to the offense in the victory. We need to start fast. We need to play with high tempo. And we need to let Tua cook, man, and let the chips fall where they may. But that's our best chance of scoring on offense. And obviously our defense, y'all have already seen that video. But that's going to be the best chance. Still got the preview coming in. I'm super excited for this game. Super excited for this team. Super excited for this YouTube. And I'm thankful for everybody that's watching this video. And thankful for everybody that enjoys the content. Even the people that don't enjoy the content, I'm still thankful for you even giving it a chance. Okay? So get in the comment section, know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Road to 10K. Your boy K Flexing. I'm out.